If I'm gonna be honest, I gotta tell you, the flavor of this lemon cream cheese pound cake is outstanding. And we're gonna make it right now. We're gonna start by adding 3 cups of sugar to your mixing bowl. 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese softened, 3 softened sticks of salted butter. Then we're going to use the juice of 2 lemons. And I did allow my lemons to come up to room temperature because they were in the refrigerator, and so that I could get as much juice out of them as possible. I'm going to need a full 1/2 cup of liquid. So I'm probably going to end up adding some more lemon juice to this. Right now I'm just removing the seeds, and then I'm going to strain this lemon juice to remove the pulp as well. Add that back to my measuring cup, and now I'm going to add a whole tablespoon of lemon extract to that. Now you want to mellow this out, so I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and for more balance to this, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of butter extract. Now I'm just going to add just enough concentrated lemon juice to this to bring it up to a 1/2 cup. So right now I'm going to add my eggs. I got 6 large eggs, and my eggs are at room temperature. So once I finish scraping down my paddle in my bowl, I will then begin to add my eggs one at a time, mixing well after each addition. And like I said, I am actually adding these one at a time, but for the sake of time, I just kind of speeded up the video. But I did actually kind of mix each egg, and before I added the next one, I kind of mixed thoroughly after each egg. So now I'm scraping down my bowl, and we're going to get ready to start adding our dry ingredients. We're going to alternate the wet with the dry. All together, we're going to need about 3 1/4 cups of cake flour. I'm using cake flour. I just dumped some out into a bowl. That's just the way I chose to measure out my flour, because I'm adding it 1 cup at a time. Here, I forgot to add some salt, and so I did just add like a 1/2 teaspoon of salt to my liquid mixture and dissolved it in that. Now, don't get hung up on the fact that I use salted butter and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. With 3 cups of sugar in this recipe, that salt is not going to do anything but balance the sweetness. It's not going to be salty. It takes way more salt than that to make a cake with 3 cups of sugar and it's salty. So anywho, once I had added my dry ingredients with the wet and I alternated, I gave my batter one last mix, took it off the mixer, mixed it by hand, and now I'm preparing my bundt cake pan with some baking spray. We're going to bake this in the oven at 325 in a preheated oven. I set my timer for 1 hour. I began to check it after that. It ended up baking 1 hour and 15 minutes, but it could go up to 1 hour and 25 minutes depending on your oven. And this was the final result. Now we're going to make the glaze. I started off by putting 3 cups of powdered sugar in a bowl, and unfortunately that's the only measurement I had. I'm using the concentrated lemon juice, and I'm just going to whisk that by hand. It's still a little thick, so I'm going to add some more lemon juice, but I want to balance the lemon juice by adding some heavy cream as well. And I'm just doing a little at a time till I get it to the consistency that I want. I want it to be thick but yet pourable, and where it can hold up on its own. So you just got to kind of eyeball it a little at a time. You're going to have way more glaze than you need if you do 3 cups, but I like to have a little glaze on hand to add to each additional slice as people want it, because I got a glaze family around here. So after I made my glaze, I'm just spooning it on. You can get way more fancier with this if you like, but I'm just spooning it on. You can put as little or as much of this on as you like. And it's a very tangy glaze, but it's mild because you do add the heavy cream, so that kind of balances the flavor. And this is it. Enjoy!